They say iron sharpens iron.
As man sharpens man.
And these two have been grinding together as they prepare for the NFL draft.
So, without further ado, we introduce
JJ Arcega Whiteside
and Kahale Warring.
Pro Vision Sports Entertainment.
Protect your vision.
My vision.
Yeah.
And it zooms in.
Welcome to the vision right here. That's the vision.
I'm gonna call from over there. You guys pick up and be like, "Oh, Belichick, yeah, what's up, dog?"
Billy,
what's good?
Appreciate you guys coming on the show. It's an exciting time in both your lives. I mean, you're gearing up to go live your dream and play in the NFL right now. So tell us a little bit about where you guys are at. What are you doing right now to get ready for the league?
We both got that same work ethic. You know, any free time, any chance we get, you know, work on something, working on catching the ball, talking ball, talking anything we need to get better at. You know, we feed off each other a lot. We even have a whiteboard at home. We just go draw plays, you know, at night before bed, and you know, drawing up defenses and your favorite play, what you like versus coverage, what are you gonna do when it's one high versus two high,
right?
Different things, you know, just getting ready for all the questions the teams are gonna ask us.
Every day, just kind of find something to get better at. This is something that me and Kahale really grown fond to, is, you know, just picking each other apart and trying to see what we can do better, and just, you know, just hit the weight room, hit the field, whatever, to get ready for the next level. I met him just out the blue. I think I met you in the parking lot outside the agency, and then, like, I think like an hour later, we might be throwing the football to each other and just chopping it up, getting to know each other. And then from that, it was, you know, it's just all grind. Like, all right, let's go. Like, how can we get better?
What is a normal day like in the training aspect?
We'll wake up early, go train for the speed of 40, agility, the L cone, the 5-10-5. Afterwards, we have our like skill positioning work.
Yep.
So with Ricky Prohl, like NFL vet, former Panthers coach,
Super Bowl champ, right?
Super Bowl champ.
Yeah.
Won
So-
a few Super Bowls, I think.
So we're learning from one of the best. Then we're in different lift groups. So after that, my day kind of gets a little bit different. I usually hit the film room a little bit. I'll go lift, and then afterwards go back into the film room. The first session is like breaking down coverages for receiver, and memorizing the coverages, knowing why the defense does a certain coverage. And then afterwards, it's breaking down my personal film. All right, why'd you do this here? Why'd you do this there? Like, what could you have done better here? All in all, it's probably like from 8 a.m. to about 4 or 5 p.m., give or take.
It's a full-time job.
Exactly.
You know, even the conversations, like you said, you guys have outside, like when you're just hanging afterwards, it's still around football. It's still about how can we get better, you know, what can we work on as a team, really. You know, you guys are in this thing together, which is really cool.
Kahale, I mean, the tight end position, man. I look at somebody like Gronkowski.
He's the best.
I mean, you're the same size as him, though, right? So it's like you could fill that role with like the Patriots, or Dallas loves their tight ends with like Jason Witten. But those guys were known for not only catching the ball but blocking it. Now, what's your mindset as far as being a pass catcher, and your mindset as far as being a blocker?
Yeah, you just gotta you got a mentality of being the meanest guy on the field. You know, you gotta get down in the trenches, and you gotta put your face on people and work up to the second level, hitting backers, you know, going down on DNs. You just gotta have a whole nother mentality. Flip that switch when you hit the grass, you know, hit the turf. So I honestly enjoyed that part. You know, I like flipping that switch. You know, I like going and hitting people, and I'm just trying to work on that every day I'm on the field. So it doesn't get much better than when you get spaced out, you know, out to the numbers or in the slot, and you get to run routes on the backers, or, you know, the safety comes down. So I just think I'm a mismatch against every single person. So
Definitely.
I have confidence on anybody that tries to line up on me. If it's a corner or safety, you know, I know I'm going to be able to body them.
Yep.
You know, if it's a backer, I'm going to be running past them. And truthfully, I think that I can run past any of them. So
I love it. You got to have that confidence, and that's good. You're going to the line. You got to know, I'm going to win this battle right here. I'm going to win my
100%.
matchup. That's what a lot of the coaches say. Win your matchup. Do your job.
Win
Beat
your
your guy
one-on-one.
one-on-one.
exactly.
Yeah.
Even if it's a play that's not even set up for me, I don't even care. I'm trying to win on every single route to give my quarterback a target no matter what.
Absolutely.
I mean, if everyone wins their one-on-one matchup on the offense, you're going to have success, right? So that's
Right.
key.
Look at the Super Bowl. I mean, Gronkowski makes the big catch at the end of the game right there. Even in the AFC Championship, 3rd and 5, Brady puts it up to him. Guy's draped all over him, but he's so big, he's able to still, like, have people hanging on their shoulders and make reps.
Yeah.
So having that size.
Right.
And but also having that finesse in those hands. I mean,
Right.
that's there's not a lot of tight ends that have that, right?
Nah.
So I think that's just a big advantage for you
Yeah.
going in. I mean, being you're 6'6", right? 6'6", 260?
250.
6'6", 250. So big, fast, strong. I'm excited to see it, man. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what goes
I'm
down.
excited to get started.
Yeah.
Gronkowski 2.0, baby, coming
Gronk
at you.
2.0 right here.
Baby Gronk.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's a nickname.
Baby Grunt.
That's a good nickname. You guys have nicknames like that?
When I was at Stanford, a common hashtag nickname that they gave me was Arcegatron.
Arcegatron.
Let's
Love
go.
it, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
A bigger receiver. I like the snag balls come down with it. So yeah, it's just something that we had rolling.
Okay.
So let's get that flash up on the screen right there. Hashtag Arcegatron. Every time JJ scores a touchdown this year, we want everybody posting Arcegatron and giving him love, all right?
Oh yeah. Post it.
Arcegatron. It's got to be like a robotic voice too. Arcegatron.
Arcegatron.
You know what I mean? And it comes up on the big jumbotron.
Even a robot like maybe pop it up.
And then you had a good one for Kahale.
All right, Kahale. Tell me what you think. Kahallelujah.
I'm with that.
You know what I mean?
I like
Can
it.
you do it in a high voice like Hallelujah? I love it. Imagine that over like the jumbotron of the whole stadium.
Everybody's singing it.
Hey, saving the day.
Hallelujah.
Saving the day, saving the game, making the big catch. Like,
And we're playing
I
on
think it's-
Sundays.
And we're playing on Sundays. And we're playing on Sundays. Have faith in Kahallelujah. Right? So we're making these official right now. Kahallelujah and Arcegatron. Be on the lookout. Those are going to be all over social media for the next decade or two. Okay?
Let's go.
Who are some of the guys you guys watch film on? Who are you trying to model your game after? Who are you studying?
But the guys that I'm really trying to learn from are Keenan Allen and Mike Thomas. For one, Keenan Allen is just very, he's very quick. He's tall. He's a tall guy, but
Right.
he's very quick. Great footwork, releases. Like nobody can jam him up. And even after the catch, he's catching the ball and he's trying to, score every time.
Right, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And that's how I kind of have my mentality. Is every time I catch the ball, I want to score because there's no telling when I'm going to get the ball again. So make the most of what you got.
That's what's up, man.
And
I love
Mike
it.
Thomas is just smooth. He's not the fastest. He's not the quickest. He's got great hands. He catches everything.
Right.
And runs great routes. And he's just smooth. You
Right.
know, in and out of routes. And that's just something that he can control. Is how smooth he can be on the football field. And that's something that I'm just trying to pick up on and see how he does it.
My favorite person right now to watch is actually someone JJ might actually know, Zach Ertz. He went to Stanford as well.
Oh, cool. Cool.
He's my favorite player to watch right now. He's a guy that never takes a single play off. I've gone through and watched all the different players, all the top tight ends, and this man does not take a single play off. Is in the right position at all times, catches everything.
Yeah.
Reads coverage great. So I just try to watch every single thing he does, from his footwork to how he catches the ball to where he positions himself. So
Right.
yeah, it's my favorite guy to watch.
And Zach Ertz just broke the record for catches for a tight end in the NFL. He had the most catches ever for a tight end in the league last year, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good guy to be watching film on, right?
Great guy. He would come back in the off season and we would talk a lot. Great guy. You could just tell just by his personality. He works hard. He doesn't have to be at the weight room on his off season, but I think right after the season he was just there. All throughout the summer he was just there.
So he comes back to Stanford and actually works out.
Yeah, works
Cool.
out.
That's
goes
cool.
up to the field, runs. And he's talking to us. We're college students. Just playing ball, and he's
Right.
like chopping it up with everybody he sees. He came
Right.
up and introduced himself to me. I'm like, I already know who you are, but
Right.
but that's just the kind of guy that he is. So to see that kind of guy and to see what he's done, it just speaks volume on the kind of person and player that he is.
Absolutely.
Right. That character really reflects on who he is as a person and how he is as a player, right?
The definition of paying it forward, right? So it's like you learn from somebody that's done it before, then you go and do it, and you help somebody that maybe you go back to Stanford, you go back to SDSU and help a younger player that's trying, you know what I mean? Or just give them some mentorship, or even just work out with them or something.
Yeah.
Something that motivates them, right? It's inspiring to see somebody that's done it before, right?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And Andrew Luck is another guy that's like that. He comes by all the time, and I say probably like 80% of the conversations we had is outside of football, and he'll just make jokes because he was like, "Hey, when you going to catch a ball that's not a fade ball?" And I'm like, "Wow, this guy's really like watching our games, and that's just something that hopefully when I get to the level that these guys are at, that I can come back to Stanford and do the same and have that same feeling or give that same feeling to those guys that those guys gave to me.
Definitely, man.
So yeah, like those guys are great guys to learn from and just be around.
What's your vision as you go into the league? Like, what is it that you're envisioning for yourself as you enter the NFL?
It's just to be the best man that I can be and have as much success as that I can have, in the NFL. Because you can only control what you can control about like what you do every day. And so that's preparing for each day and just making yourself better as a man and as a player every day. And I think the sky's the limit. Mm-hmm. And I'm just curious to see how things work out,
I love that. So taking it a day at a time and just making sure you're putting in the preparation and winning each day. Yeah. Because if you win each day, you're going to win the long game.
Yeah. 1% better. That's all you need, right? 1% better each day and keep building upon it.
Yeah. We had a sign at Stanford in our practice fields that said, you either getting worse or you're getting better, but you never stay the same. Yeah, and that was something that our coach really challenged us every day was, did you get better today or did you get worse? Because one thing for sure is that you're not the same person you was yesterday.
I love that. Yeah, I love that.
It's literally like, even if it's 0.01%, getting better.
One of my good friends, he always says, get moving or get moved on.
Yeah.
It's like someone else is going to be grinding too. So it's like to take that attitude and that perspective through each day, it's like, it really does. That's what it does. It puts things in perspective.
Exactly.
It's like I got to get after it today because someone else is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it really like you leave practice really thinking like, did I get better today? If you didn't, you have time to get better. Go in the weight room, ask the coach, all right, what can I do to get better today? Yeah. Or go and watch some film. Yeah. It's just it really just implants that in your mind that. To the point where if right before you go to bed, you got to go to bed knowing that you got better today, or else you got to make something happen.
I like what you said though about like asking a coach how you can get better every day. Like that's a good mindset to have, right? So it's like nobody knows everything, right? But it's like you ask the right people, like what can I do to get better today? You're asking like mentors, asking people that have been in these situations. I think that's a really good mindset to have because you want to learn. And
people that watch you, people that you're around every day because they see things and you don't know everything, so if you can just ask and just listen to what they have to say,
definitely,
and always just take it into consideration, it won't hurt.
Right, because they've been observing you, right? Like you said, they've been observing you. They've been seeing like the work you put in.
It can be coaches, it can be your family, it can be your parents. It can be anybody that you're around all the time. Like I'm with JJ every day. I love to ask what he sees in me, and I'll tell him what I see in him.
I can tell you guys are both mentally prepared. For this journey that you're about to go on right now. The mental is just as big as the physical, right?
Right. Oh yeah. It says 90% mental. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, like something that I've learned going through this training is the athleticism does not vary much. Like there might be some guys that they're just freakish athletes, but there's a few guys like that out there. And between me and the next guy is really not much of a difference. It's all between the ears.
Man.
It's all between the ears.
That's wisdom right there. Because, it's so close, right? Everybody's so close in the league.
Yeah, and you mentioned it before. Like, you got to have that confidence knowing that when you step up to the line, you're going to win. You're going to win your rep. Every time. Because that guy just as much athletic as you are. He knows he's watched probably just as much film as you have. Yeah. But if you know that you're going to beat him, then you've already won.
Yeah.
Right. And that stems from confidence is competence. Knowing that you put in the work every single day, knowing that you put in the effort, that's going to give you that confidence that when you do line up, you already know I'm ready for this.
Yeah.
I'm ready to rock. Exactly. So, JJ, same question, man. What is your vision?
Kind of backtracking off of what Kahale said. Just being the best man, the best player that I can be, and just kind of adding on to that. Just being that great example for kids, out there in the country that want to play football. Because I know when I was little, I looked up to a lot of guys. And now that I'm kind of following in their footsteps, I know there's kids out there that want to follow in mine and the Kahale's and everybody else is doing this. And I want to be that guy that they say, this is the player I want to be. So just being, a great example to the community, and also just growing as a man, as a player, learning from everybody that I can, and knowing that once I come out of this game that I know I gave everything I got.
What comes with it though, there's going to be a lot of noise, a lot of distractions. You know what I mean? Like social media with how big it is today. And you got fans that'll be like saying things. There could be some negativity. You know what I mean? There's just some negative people out there. So how do you plan on protecting your vision?
I try not to listen to noise, only hear what the coaches are saying to you, only hear what the people that you love are saying to you, blocking out. You don't look at Twitter, you don't look at Instagram, you know, the things that people are commenting on and stuff. You know, you just kind of have your vision, and you know where you're headed, and you know what you're working towards, and you keep like only so much between your ears, you know, only what matters.
And like just going off of that, like just having that confidence, because like if somebody that's sitting on their couch watching football every day can have an opinion on you, and it's up to you whether you believe in it or not. Right. But if you have confidence, you know that whatever he says doesn't matter, then you know you're gonna be fine.
Absolutely.
Like, there's gonna be a lot of guys that are gonna try to bring you down, and there's not enough guys trying to bring you up. So the only person that can really help you is you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how you just kind of protect that, because if you draw that bubble and just keep all that stuff away, then it's only going to help. It only helps you. You
got to know who you are, right?
Yeah.
No matter what, you got to know who you are, and you got to stay strong in that, right?
Exactly.
And just let the work speak for itself.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah, and you're not going to please everybody. You're not going to make everybody happy. Your game ain't going to, you know, the fans can enjoy it or not enjoy it, you know. And I hope they all enjoy it, but I already know there's some that are not. And I'm not doing it to get a acceptance or of anybody's opinion. I'm doing it because I love to play football.
Man. First rounders, in my opinion, both of them. First rounders, in my opinion, man. They got the mindset, they got the work ethic, and they got the skill. So
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I believe in both of you guys, man. That's inspiring for us just to hear. And it's good to know. It's good to know that you guys want to not only go succeed, but just be better people, right? It's like, I love how both of you said that. You want to be better men. You know what I mean? You want to inspire the youth. It's a domino effect on what it does for the world, right? Because being an athlete, you're a role model, right?
Yeah.
Sports has such a big effect on the world. You know what I mean? Especially on kids and how they come up. What you do with your career can literally steer what thousands, millions of kids can do with their whole lives, right? Because they grew up watching you, or they're a fan, right? You interact with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally inspiring.
I never would have thought I would have been here. Like, I always wanted to. Like, this has always been a dream of mine. But, you know, you look online, the statistics are like less than 5% of people that play football are going to be in this position. Yeah. And it's like, you know, I got to do whatever I can to make the most of it. And I'm not going to let anybody bring it down, because if I made it this far, I'm doing something right. You know, no matter what anybody else says. You know, so it's, you know, it's just living in the moment right now. Just feeling blessed.
I'm just doing what I got to do.